Hi there, this is Ira Weinstein, Senior Analyst and Consultant at Wainhouse Research. This presentation on the Universal IP Network for Video Conferencing is sponsored by ICU Global. For many years, organizations have considered video conferencing to be a less expensive alternative to business travel and a proven way to improve the productivity of their workforce. Unfortunately, reliability issues and the high cost of long-distance video calls have slowed the adoption of video within the enterprise. Today, the availability of cost-effective, high-performance IP networks has motivated many organizations to migrate their video conferencing traffic from ISDN over to IP. These convergence-ready networks are fully equipped to host voice, video, and data traffic on a single data line. One recent Wainhouse Research survey showed that almost 60% of respondent companies have already deployed IP video conferencing, and another 18% were either currently installing or trialing IP video solutions. This means that more than 75% of respondents were either using or about to use IP video within their organization. In addition, the usage of video conferencing within the enterprise is growing. Another recent survey revealed that 73% of respondents noted an increase in the use of group video between 2002 and 2003. Furthermore, 74% expect that increase to continue into 2004. Although the usage trends are encouraging, enterprises are facing a new challenge. Once they migrate their video traffic over to IP, it becomes difficult to make reliable IP video calls to those outside of their organization. The source of this problem is that most enterprises use a single provider's network for most, if not all, of their global network footprint. This isn't necessarily by choice. It was to secure consistent performance and enterprise-wide access to directory services and corporate applications. Now, in most cases, network providers are able to prioritize time-sensitive data like video conferencing traffic through their network. However, when IP traffic goes from one network provider to another network, that prioritization information is typically lost. This causes packet loss, long latency, and ultimately poor quality video calls. One possible solution is to route external video conferencing traffic through the public internet. Since almost every organization has some kind of internet connection, this is a relatively inexpensive option. However, once the traffic leaves the company's private network, all prioritization information is lost and performance for the video calls will vary. For high-profile meetings, this is clearly unacceptable. Another solution is to directly peer or connect several different service providers. This can be managed directly by the end-user organization, or the end-user can pressure the network service provider to activate the required peering. Unfortunately, this method requires each network service provider to peer with many other providers, which is not only expensive, but difficult to manage. Furthermore, in order to keep prioritization in place between networks, the two providers must share proprietary network information. For these reasons, network providers are typically reluctant to peer with too many other network providers. A better option is what we're calling a universal IP platform. This method involves the use of a centralized peering point, shown here in green, that connects to multiple service providers. Basically, the universal platform acts as both a connection point and a prioritization translation service. In a direct peering model, as shown on the left, each provider must directly connect to every other provider. This means that if 10 providers wish to interconnect, a total of 45 distinct network connections are required. However, in the centralized peering model shown on the right, connecting 10 network providers requires only 10 network connections. In addition, under this model, the service providers aren't connecting directly to competitors' networks, so no proprietary information needs to be compromised. Furthermore, adding another network to the universal platform requires only a single network connection, which makes it easy for new service providers to join the network. When video calls are made between member networks, the calls are routed through the universal platform instead of through the public internet. The result is that prioritization information is maintained, and the users are able to enjoy highly reliable video conferencing between different networks. One provider of a universal IP platform is ICU Global, the sponsor of this briefing. The business model behind ICU Global's offering, called the Global IP Index, is that the network service providers offer the inter-enterprise service to their customers. Once the customers subscribe, ICU Global purchases bandwidth from the network provider, and then the provider pays ICU Global a monthly fee for this service. For end-user organizations, universal IP platforms offer a number of key benefits, including enabling reliable video calls between networks and enabling the expansion of the data network beyond a single service provider. And for service providers, the universal platform significantly decreases peering costs and expands the provider's reach without forcing them to divulge proprietary information. In summary, the universal IP platform allows enterprises to make high-quality video calls between different networks, and the relatively simple business model and technology requirements should make this interesting for both end users and service providers alike. This is the end of today's presentation. Thank you again to ICU Global for sponsoring this briefing. For more information about universal platforms and the Global IP Index, please visit ICU Global's website at www.ipplatform.com or contact Wainhouse Research. Thanks for your time and have a great day.